Greetings and salutations, this is Jason Silverain, and today I'll be returning to Rakenzarn Frontier story. Now, I will confess this is about the fourth time I've tried to record this today. I discovered that a recent update to OBS software had actually changed my sample rate, and that had led to a lot of audio spiking, so the previous videos were just completely unwatchable. The audio was just very painful. I'm listening to it on headphones, and the audio spikes were just constant and would have made it just too low quality to be acceptable. With that said, there's a few things I need to cover. There is going to be a little skip. The only part that has been really cut out is me travelling to Dawn Creek and speaking to a character next to the Adventurers Guild. They've got green hair and they've got a blue robe. That will progress the main story of Chapter 5. Now, I will say I had a lot of trouble actually finding this person because they don't stand out at all compared to like various other NPCs. They just look like one of the generic adventurers that you see wandering around the town. And I couldn't remember the exact look of them from the earlier encounter. In fact, the main thing that clued me in was I went to the wiki to see if I could find a bit of a clue where to go next, and I noticed in one of the screenshots someone speaking to this guy. So, well, we continue is just before the last boss. Now, you are mentioned... it is mentioned that Number 9 is looking for a character called Samuel. You've heard about him already in this port town. It's his hometown, and he's now hiding out here. And this little girl appears in the town once the story can progress. And she just mentions she can hear someone in the house, or warehouse, should we say. Now, there are a few things like grammar errors and the like, which I encountered much earlier, which I can't really point out now, but you might want to look through the dialogue again of that character. Also, Samuel has quite a few dialogue errors in terms of grammar. I will say I'm not too keen on this whole "I'm too frightened to speak" thing. It's a overplayed trope, and it annoys me just in general in most games, but I'll accept it in this case because, to be honest, it's a typical storytelling tool, so I can't complain too much. I may dislike it personally, but it's an acceptable use of it. However, this sort of plot dump I did actually enjoy because it did give me a lot of things to think about. Now, one thing I don't understand is why Samuel doesn't just jump on the fact of, oh look, there's this organisation called Realm Walkers. They're essentially a interdimensional police force. You think they'd be the perfect people to hide him and keep him safe, especially since they fought Number 9 before and beat them all off, you know. At this point, he hasn't told us anything about them, which the other characters rightly point out, which makes him seem even more stupid. And causing trouble, not cause. So now the people we're up against is called the Primal Union. And the main key thing now is it doesn't seem like they're purposely destroying all realities, which seemed to be their initial goal, where they were just attacking realities willy-nilly. It turns out their targets are actually, you know, observed and chosen, but the motivation for this is still a mystery. So this needs to be said. In some cases, they spare that world, but in other cases, So that should be they killed the beholder. Again, you got present and past tense mixed up in your sentences. I do like the image chosen for that. Also, it's kind of stupid of the Primal Union to go, well, we've got some newbies and you've sort of introduced them to the whole premise. They could have easily kept using them as spies and investigators and, well, fodder, if they just didn't show them killing the beholder and then destroying the world. Now that should be, what did you think it was going to happen when you... But at the same time, it's like, Neji, why are you so angry? This guy literally got told, like, the same way you were told about the Realm Walkers, and then was just told, look after this guy, he's a beholder, if anything happens to him the whole reality gets destroyed. We're going to go look at the rest of the reality and check things out. And then all of a sudden they come up and kill said guy? How is this his fault? You know, how is he supposed to predict that? It's not, you've got no evidence that they gave off a creepy vibe or anything, though number 9 is just insane. And that should be, they sent number 9 to come after us. Now at this point they could have just warped him out of there. And again, they could have walked him out of there and then walked back. Okay, I'm just going to go straight for the boss. This boss isn't hard. It's actually quite enjoyable. I like the banter it does. Though with this game, if you just stack your buffs, you can just annihilate practically anything in 4 to 5 rounds. It's not like Rakes and Tails where you've got combat's taking like 20 rounds minimum when it comes to a boss. These are kind of very quick, very brutal combats. Though if I have to say anything about this boss, a lot of his attacks miss, and the only one he's really hit me with is a heavy swing that does about 1/3 of my health in damage. So Moldscream initially thought he was going to be fire weakness, but so far he doesn't seem to have any elemental weaknesses. Maybe dark, I'm not entirely certain. So, this is like the 4th time I've killed him now. Alright, we're going to go speech. First things first, think fast, because it makes his attacks just miss me and be practically useless. Swordplay, we go to Fierce Will. I really wish that had longer turns. Actually, that needs to be increased in the turns it lasts for. You've got people with abilities that are better, which last 10 turns. I say, you need to go through the classes and just try and make them even. So far, their power scaling is all over the place. Okay, this guy is immune to Pierce magic, so I might as well use support magic on myself. You got a ninjutsu, because warp at this point is useless. It's so weak compared to ninjutsu, it's just not worth using anymore. And I mean, the cover ability is quite nice, because you know, with the health regen, the SP regen, the RP regen, but the fact I can't get out of it, Or I couldn't seem to. So it made him a bit useless. You couldn't do anything other than just tank hits. Now, I was actually hoping he was going to go for Rajet, because that would have knocked her SP straight up to 100. So we go back down to Speech. Next thing to do is Encourage. Nope. Want Swordplay, want Warrior's Charge. Again. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to attack for this first round. Black Magic, you can start blasting away. I think this guy is resistant to thunder slightly. I know definitely resistant to fire. The armor you get off him is resistant to fire and thunder, so that would make me presume he's got minor thunder resistance at least. Now, in the past, I've been stacking Mark of the Ninja with Transit Wind, because I was trying to see if that's 80% crit stacked with the 50% crit. But it doesn't seem to, and also I don't think this is actually capable of critting. So I'm just going to go straight into the damage this time. I mean, it's a lot less than normal. I thought I was doing about 180 damage when I was hit per hit, when I had him fully buffed up before. And it was just going through this guy's health bar like a monkey through a banana. Yeah, that is not landed at all yet, because I've had the evasion skills up. Speech, next I need Praise. One more please. You're going to guard for a round. You're going to start chopping into him some more. So I'm already doing double the damage I was before. Now, one item I really found interesting after this combat is you get his soul in a gem. So, potentially getting him in as a summon would be quite interesting. And wow, he hits hard! Not yet. Okay, we want to do Fierce Will against it's about to wear off. You are going to do Blizzard. You are going to do some more ninjutsu. Now I'm going to be able to kill him in now I'm going to kill him in about 2 hits. Alright, focus is down. I'm not sure which one that just... Again, I wasn't sure what that actually affected. I want to be doing the Summon Dark Bind. Swordplay is Warrior's Charge. You are going to do your Soul Break after I do the Summon. You're going to guard. Not quite as much as I did last time, but still enough to just one-shot him. And I did actually go, oh crap, I've used all my SP moves at this point. Yeah, that was my response as well. And then you just see staggered, anxious, and weakened. And it's just... Now, I'm not entirely certain. Alright, first of all, Speech, Encourage, Wham. Alright, Swordplay. I don't know if it got Warrior's Charge off last time, so we're going to do Warrior's Charge this time. Just going to fly with a bit of magic. I just wish I could... I mean, Neji's amazing at buffing, but... See, I've practically killed him already. Yeah. Neji, amazing at buffing, but his buffs just don't last very long. So you just rip through your SP so quickly. And the problem is, it's like, oh, focused and inspired and, you know, all that lot. I don't know what that is, because it doesn't quite it doesn't quite match up to the things it's referencing. Well, this is over anyway, so I might as well just guard. Soul Break, this should just kill him now. Guard. Guard, save some SP. Yep, there we go. I think there's like a... Oh no, it did do the conversation and then did the I've lost thing. So, quite an easy boss who hits very hard though. I've got to remember all the grammar issues that were in this bit, so I can point them out again. Technically he's a deserter, not a traitor. Because he ran away, he didn't join another side. And that is quite disturbing, he starts turning into some critter. I just shot him in the leg is what's supposed to read there, rather than by the leg. Unless you mean you ain't shot him next to the leg? You know, it doesn't quite read right. And I did actually originally think, what the hell's happened there? Who blasted him? I didn't realise it was Neji until that line came up. That should be getting more annoying than funny. To make that grammarly correct. Also this sentence, I know I never met that man before, but the way number 9 did to him, it was too cruel. But it should really read, but what number 9 did to him was too cruel. So yes, the whole thing about the Primal Union is quite interesting. I want to find out more about their motivations, why they're destroying certain realities. And then we end chapter. I save in number 3. And we go to chapter 6, Loyalty and Conquest. Now, there's nothing really else to see at this point. One thing I will do is equip Lime with his new armor, because the Corpse Steep armor is just so much better than the Hollow armor in little ways. And that's about it. Save again. I'm looking forward to the next chapter. I'm enjoying this so far. There is a few things here and there that need to be just messed around with, but overall it's been very fun. I'll catch you next time, and I'll just have to see what I play next.